Tyrus, please stand. Tyrus is a sophomore at Standish Sterling High School. He's been on the cross-country team for 2 years, the robotics team for a year, and the honor roll his entire academic career. He's earned an impressive 42 merit badges, and remember, you only need 21, so 42 is overachieving. In his spare time, he loves to play video games, and he can spend an entire day playing in giant waves or making apple cider with his family. Ty rocks the karaoke, and his Rock You Like a Hurricane received a standing ovation at the local Elks Club. When Ty was a Cub Scout, the pack was asked to do a flag ceremony at Doc Litchfield Park in Pinconning before one of the free concerts. Ty was assigned to speak into the microphone calling the flag ceremony. And when some folks didn't remove the unnecessary headgear, he stared them down until they finally complied. And then he stepped up and sang the national anthem in front of the crowd. A couple of winters ago, Tyrus and some fellow scouts slept outside for a polar bear during the coldest day of the year in decades. He loves summer camp and has attended every year since joining the troop. Last summer, to complete a merit badge requirement, he had to tell a story to a group. He wandered into another campsite and asked if they'd mind if he told them a story. They said, no, go ahead. They liked it so much they asked him to tell another one, and before you know it, a few hours had gone by, and Ty made a lot of new friends. He has a very special relationship with his Sunday school teacher, and for years now, on Sunday, the family heads for a pew on the north side, and Ty heads for the south side to sit with Miss Claire. Ty has more trivia running around inside him than the average person, and he can come up with some sort of fun fact for any situation. For instance, did you know that more people have died from a coconut hitting them on the head than from a shark bite? To say that Ty enjoys reading is like saying that Americans like bacon. Ty taught himself to read by the age of 4 and got pulled out of early 5s because he would read to the other students and the teacher found that distracting. Throughout his schooling, Ty's teachers have often told his parents, I've never had a student that I had to tell him to stop reading, and I've never had a student before Ty that I had to punish by taking a book away. So it was a natural fit for Ty to pick an Eagle Scout project, suggested by his sister, dealing with literacy, and under Ty's leadership, 5 lending libraries were erected and filled with books in 3 different counties. This was an opportunity for him to share what he loves with his community. Tyrus is worth getting to know. He is honest, trustworthy, thoughtful, kind, brilliant, and an outstanding young man. Would Mr. and Mrs. Hutter please join Tyrus? Mrs. Hutter, please pin the Eagle Scout medal on your son. And Mr. Hutter, please place the Eagle Scout bow tie on your son. Because parents are so important in assisting scouts on their path to Eagle, excuse me, there are recognition pins for both Ty's mother and father. Words.
Thank you for all coming out today. I didn't become an Eagle Scout on my own, and there are many people who have influenced me a lot. At this time, I would like to thank those individuals first. Claire Dawsey, please stand up. Miss Claire has been a very gentle influence in my life. As my Sunday school teacher, she encouraged me to be kinder and less aggressive towards others, and how to love others besides the committed relationship kind. She helped me to be a nicer person in all ways, and she deserves my love and respect. Thank you, Miss Claire. Lad White, please stand up. I've only known Lad for about a year and a half, but he has taught me so much during the time that I've known him. As my cross-country coach, he taught me how to push myself both mentally and physically. He helped me teach how individuals are important, and that good friends can be found in anyone, even if they tease you a little bit. Lad is tough but friendly. His leadership has had a profound effect on me. Thank you for everything, Lad. Birdie Cisco, please stand up. Miss Birdie is a fixture at the Boy Scout office and a friend of my family for many years. She was a tremendous help in submitting the paperwork for this final rank. What a pain that was. Every visit to the office, she would ask how I was doing and what she could do to help. Thank you for caring about me. George Hutter, please stand up. Besides being my uncle, George Hutter is also an Eagle Scout himself, and he has helped me in many ways since I have joined Scouting. He was my counselor for the crime prevention badge and was one of the many people who assisted me in putting a lending library up near his cabin in Gladwin County. Like many other people, he also supported me in Scouting, encouraging me to earn the Eagle rank like he did. Thank you so much. Samantha Lizard King Hutter, please stand up. I hope that you know that I appreciate you as a sister, and I thank you for the idea of the lending libraries. And no, I will not wash your dirty dishes for you. Virginia Hutter, please stand up. She may have only sewn badges on my sash, but if you consider how many times it had to be done and how aggravating sewing is, you'll see why she deserves to be recognized. Thank you, Aunt Virginia. Linda Butterfield, please stand up. Having been there for me ever since I remember, Aunt Linda has been very supportive of me. She has always made me feel smart and empowered, and she believed I could do anything. She may not have ever actually done a badge with me, but she has always been encouraging about what I have done in multiple ways. And I feel that is better than having a badge to prove it. Thank you for all you've done. Bill Fisher, please stand up. Along with being my counselor for the fishing merit badge, yes, a guy named Fisher taught me fishing. Uncle Bill has been there for me and my family for as far as I can remember. He's been a good role model to me. Thank you, Uncle Bill. Ken Linsner, please stand up. Mike Barrow, please stand up. Thank you for being my mentor for the First Aid Merit Badge. It's probably one of the most organized one-day badges I've ever had. You should give lessons on how to organize a one-day merit badge. You made it fun and informative, and I learned a lot. Thank you. I also want to mention that Mr. Mike literally saved my father's life twice when my dad was a scout. If it weren't for you, I might not have got the badge. In more ways than one. Steve Wilczynski. Please stand up. Mr. Steve was my first my scoutmaster and then became my troop leader. He was not a scout as a kid, but that didn't stop him from being an awesome scout leader. He's always prepared and positive and enthusiastic. If you haven't seen him dressed up in an Indian loincloth, you really don't know Mr. Steve. I've never seen him yell or lose his temper or even lose his patience with one of the scouts. Of course, his boys might have a different point of view. He gave me the basics on how to help other people, whether it be out of kindness or necessity, and taught me many things that you don't exactly learn in school. He's one of the first non-parental figures I ever looked up to, and he has earned my respect and admiration and my thanks. There are also many other family and friends that have supported me, and I would like to thank you, all of you, for your contributions. I am very appreciative of each of you. Sue Hatter is my mother. I wish I could say that she quietly lets me flounder through life, learning from my own mistakes and my own speed. However, that would physically kill her. Instead, she pushed me very hard to do my best, learn not how to procrastinate, how to be organized, do something you have to do so that you can later do what you want to do, and usually getting grumpy about my actions in the process. My bad. She's helped me in many ways and things, like assignments, letters, and other writing things, and helped me understand what to do when a regular explanation wasn't enough for me to understand something. She is tough, but I know it is because she knows I can do it, whenever it is. Thank you, Mom. So as you can see, many people have influenced me in a positive way, and I'm grateful for all your help. But for the title of mentor, I have to pick the person that helped me the most on my journey to becoming an Eagle Scout. This person has known me my entire existence, and has helped me in many ways with merit badges and life alike, showing me how to apply things I've learned in Scouts to occurrences both everyday and unusual. I tend to hesitate to join things or volunteer to try things I'm unfamiliar with, but my mentor has encouraged me to do these things, and I end up enjoying them. You'd think he knows me better than I know myself. He spent countless hours with me at Scouts, preparing for a Scout activity. He's done a great job, and I was very proud of him. He reached the rank of Life Scout and decided that getting a part-time job was more important at the time, but I will tell you that this man is an amazing Scout in word and deed. It may seem a bit cliche to all of you, but I feel that my father is deserving of being called my greatest mentor. Dad, I have another pen for you. I'd like to leave you with one final thought. If you think you're too small to make a difference, try going to bed with a mosquito.